Hi, good morning. Welcome back to Winland Studios. This morning we're going to talk about Zentangle. Zentangle is, you can see that there. It is just a form, what does this book said? A creative art form where all you need is paper, pen, and pencil. So that really honestly is what this is all about. You just need a piece of paper, a pencil, a pen, an eraser, or don't use an eraser. Go with what you drew and make it into something special. So Zentangle is something that I've been doing for about 18 years or maybe a little bit longer. And one of my children, well, he's an adult, he's in his 30s, he lives in Oregon, his name is Jordan. Shout out to Jordan. He's an artist as well. And he has incorporated this into his art. He makes large canvases in black and white. So, and they're beautiful. Anyway, so I thought that this would be a good art form to start out with. They should be pretty quick little videos that I can put together and you can, kind of start drawing with me. So I'm going to show you some of the designs that I have already created in the past and kind of, ideas of what I do with them. And when I do my videos, I will try and put maybe a picture of the design in the front so you can see what we're going to do. And then I will do kind of a slow part showing you just the shapes of the lines that we're going to be creating. And again, like I mentioned, my videos are way too long, so I'm going to have to fast forward through them. But pause them, stop them, watch them again if you need to go back and kind of get a better idea of what maybe I did to complete the project. And again, if you have questions, reach out. I'd be happy to answer what I can. So let's get started. So for this one, we're going to, it's going to be a very simple lines that we're going to be using. All of my squares are going to be a 3" by 3". So I just wanted to put that in the diagram so you can see what size I'm actually working on. So I've put the example, we're going to do lines horizontal and lines vertical. And I'm going to do the first section in slow time, and then I will be moving it to a faster speed. So just put 2 lines on your grid, and then I have to turn this so you can see. So I'm going to put 5 lines that way. I'm going to do 5 lines the opposite way. Okay, we're going to do 5 lines this direction. Oh. And then 5 lines the opposite direction. Okay, I'm going to fill in my whole square. Okay, again, I have my 3" square going this way and this way. This one we're going to do 3 different style lines. We're going to start with putting just straight lines down. I'm going to put 4 lines in mine. You can put more if you want to. And then we're just going to put a circle and then another circle. And then a circle and another circle. We're going to just put little dots in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to fill in my square. Okay, this one we're going to use really simple designs again. We're going to there'll be a circle, a dot, and 3 solid lines. So I'm going to start with the circles. Okay, and I'm going to put my little circle dots in the middle. Just put 3 lines. They don't have to be straight, they can wiggle if you want them to. Okay, now I'm going to fill in my square. Okay, so this one is going to be a little bit of a little bit demonstration, very similar to this one. I just want to show you the difference in if you change how you connect your lines. So this one, again, we're going to put a grid down. Draw your lines, and we're going to put lines across it this way. Okay, so what we're going to do with this one is we're going to make our circles in between the squares, but this time what we're going to do is we're going to connect them completely. So you're going to make your second line's going to start up at the top, and it's going to be kind of like a little moon shape just down to the bottom. And then you do the exact same thing on the other side, just like that. And then we'll do the same thing here. And do it all the way down. So the difference with this is we're changing where our lines are connecting. This one doesn't connect because it doesn't have a bottom. Okay, and then the same thing, add a dot in between them. So if your lines don't connect exactly correct, but the little circle that you're going to add to it will kind of help hide that. So that's how we're going to make this one. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my squares. Okay, this one's going to kind of be like a windmill, but in when you first put your lines down, and then we're going to really put a lot of design in this one. So I already started it. If you just do little lines similar to this, from kind of start at the middle, go up, that's narrow at the bottom and bigger in the top, and then we're going to add little C-shaped lines. So you kind of want them to be a little curved to get the effect that this square would have. You don't have to curve them, but that is, I'm going to show you how it will look for you. Okay, once you get those in, then we're going to take a second line on the outside and go down like that. Okay, so this one we're just going to work on drawing some lines and creating more of like a blocked look. So this one's actually really fun to incorporate in all sorts of your designs. So we're just going to start with adding some lines this way. okay, which is there. And then this next step is to add some lines going down. You can make them as big as you want to, or as small as you want to. So when I'm trying to do this, and I just kind of want to keep myself in knowing exactly where I want to color in, because sometimes I want to make them go opposite, I'm going to add just an X in the squares that I'm going to color in on black. This one we're going to do 4 different variations of lines. We're going to create a squared grid, and then we will draw this style of a line in between the grid. We'll add some dots, and then we'll add some additional accents with just a small line like this. Okay, so here we go. This is what we have learned so far. I went back and added just a few additional lines to some of mine. This one I finished adding the little lines in right here through all of them. Let's see. This one I outlined my circles with a thicker Sharpie to see you know, that gives it a little bit of a different effect. In this one, I went back in and added black to the little squares, so that made a difference for this one. And for this one, I added some darker lines on the line that goes down, so I think that brought that out more. So anyway, there's all sorts of options and opportunities just to play with lines and add some shading. Oh, and this one I wanted to show you. So I added a dot in my white squares. Added a line on this one. Added a little curly Q, multiple lines, and then this one I left blank. So these, I enjoy doing this style quite a bit. So I do these, I incorporate this in some of my artwork on this kind of a designing for borders. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will work on putting together maybe 6 more different styles of drawing, and hopefully you can incorporate them into something, or just, again, you know, if you on a big piece of paper draw 6 squares and you add different lines, you know, you can change them up, move them around, do whatever, and then you can color them. You can you know, write little notes on the back, send them to your neighbors, stuff like that. So again, hope this was fun, and thanks again for joining.